Oh, what's up? 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 Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I try every day. 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 I remember, what was the comedian? I think it was, I'm going to botch the name. Is it T.G. Miller or T.J. Miller? I can't remember. But that was like my favorite joke of his for some weird reason. Day. Day. And he was copying somebody else. Like, the whole point of that joke was that he was copying what somebody else said. And he goes, day. And I don't know why that weirdly stuck with me. What's up, Zachary? It's Tiznime. It's Tiznime to start. Let's make it happen. We got Tricolour Lovestory Season 2, Part 2. Let's get it. Let's get it. So we're going to load the game. And we're going to go ahead and hop on right here. Let's get back into it. I actually brought my tea this time, too. I'm sorry. I hope I didn't disturb you. Yes, you did. I'm pissed about it. No, it's okay. Even if you don't disturb me, I can't sleep either. On the contrary, I want to thank you for saving me out of the mess. Thank you. You're welcome. Hey, we hung out for the whole day yesterday. Do you think I would be spoiled that I asked you to hang out with me today? Oh, it's not a big deal. After all, I need to buy some pigments. If I don't buy it today, then I'll have to buy it sometime else, some other time. That's what I told Daisy too. After all, I had a date with Violet first. After reading the message, Daisy got on Mr. Moe's car, sadly. Got in Mr. Moe's car, sadly. As for Green, I heard him yell that I will date her one day. Then he slammed my door and rushed out. I saw him disappear in our community. Then I changed my clothes and went to meet Violet over at this place. What's wrong? Nothing. I can't help but sigh. This isn't gonna work, although I was tired of the farce undoubtedly. I felt relaxed when it was gone. I don't go out for fun, but I can't be dull when dating a girl. Shall we go? Okay. It's crowded today. So was yesterday. I feel today's worse. It is? The second day of the Mid-Autumn Festival, the commercial streets were bustling with people moving everywhere. Are you alright? Nothing, just crashed into somebody. I looked backward and found a couple walking along the street in such a hurry, dozens of belongings too. They're all so rude, they didn't even bother to apologize. I'm fine. I must be rushing home. Compared with the second-tier city, our city has numerous migrant workers. Therefore, our city's crowded. When holidays come, many migrant workers heading back home pass through the streets like a couple. Maybe because yesterday, as the Mid-Autumn Festival, Mid-Autumn Festival, everyone had a reunion with their families. Reunion? I'm sorry, I forgot that your dad is not at home. I didn't think of it too much. And you live alone too? I'm different. I get used to it. So do I. Be careful. You can walk behind me. Oh, okay. I will. But do we have to go such a long way to buy such things? Since we came out for buying tools on purpose, why should we go to a better place? So we can buy something of better quality, of lower price. Also, we can find some better student-use painting albums. You planned it well. I brought my drawing tools there all the time. The stores near our school don't have products as good as that one. But it seems crowded. If you don't want to go, we can buy tools elsewhere. It ain't like that. I just haven't gotten used to it. Well, So it is. You'll be fine. Ah, I got that same feeling. When it occurs, I pretend that I'm alone, so my anxiety gets relieved. If you feel uncomfortable, you can pretend that it's only us two here. Only us? Actually, it's not too far. Only 5 or 6 stations away if we take the subway. Hang in there. We'll be fine. Yes, you're right. It's a good method. Huh? What'd you say? Nothing. Hey. My arm that's right next to her got an odd feeling when touched. I feel safe now. If you clutch my sleeve like that? She just did it for getting close to me to avoid the crashing into passerbys. She must have done it for this purpose. This is what I think. You don't like it? Okay, it's not that. I just want to say that people on the street can see us in this posture. Who told me to pretend that there was only us two here? Is it my real thought? Do whatever you like. I will. Out of the blue, I appeared to fall into her trap. Is she good at doing so? Yo, my boy rizzing it up. My boy the Rizzard.
Sin City was a maybe. Angel.
My boy is the Rizzard. Casting spells. We've arrived in Quinion Road Station. Please stand back from the doors. Please wait in the lines while the passengers exit from the train. Mind the gap between the train and platform. What's your favorite Hot Pocket? The pizza one. I don't eat Hot Pockets anymore, though. No matter what kind of psychological tactics she used, physical interruption can't be avoided. How come? How can I know? Ah! It's tiresome. I can't do anything about it. I can't hold any longer in this position. We spent more than 10 minutes to wait in line for buying a ticket, and we had to queue up for security check after a long line of luggage. And the most importantly, we had to face other passengers who got fierce looking, and I used great effort to occupy a standing space. It's embarrassing. Hang in there. Compared with spiritually shameful feelings, I got more pressure on my shoulder and a physical sense. So I hated crowded places, especially places with so many people. Isn't that crowded places? You basically just said, I hate crowded places that are crowded. We're treated roughly. Don't pull my sleeve. I'll lose balance. I didn't want it. It's the train shaking. I can keep my balance only by grabbing the rail with my left hand and pressing on the wall with my right one. But Violet can huddle up in the corner and hold my sleeve of my t-shirt from the very beginning. Is it okay if I clutch your sleeve in this way? You know the answer. I'll be fine if you don't fall down. Sorry for asking you out today. I'm the one who should be saying sorry. I shouldn't have insisted on going there. Now I regretfully feel it. Woohoo! What do you mean by that sound? I feel hard at breathing. Are you serious? It's Akko Taco. We have arrived at Zulin Min Station. The station is Lumin Min Station. Please stand by from the doors. Please wait in line while the passengers exit from the train. Mind the gap between the train and platform. As the door opens, the crowd behind me began to flow in and out. As a result, the crowd dashed over my back continuously. There seems to have no order like exit first. Two streams of people from different directions crashing into each other. Violet and I were forced to huddle up in a small corner. Then as the doors closed, people were jammed into the train with reaching maximum capacity. Are you okay? I can't breathe at all. The train is leaving. Please take the firm stand and hold the handrail. The next station is Jinghan Road. Hold on tight. Oh. How come? We're just two ordinary senior high school students. We plan to buy pigments and student-used material in the holiday on the subway. As a 17-year-old upright teenage boy with a promising future as a Chinese communist successor and as a future talent of home country, I should be shameful and fearful of the current situation. Actually, I did. I screwed up. No one will marry me. What the fuck? What? Nothing. I did nothing right at all.
What?
Violet? Then I was laughed by the girl who leaned into my chest. To be honest, I can stand firm in this position much better than before. Huh? What do you mean, you stand up? Otherwise, beside her head, her soft boobs, which are multiple times bigger than Daisy's according to my daily observation, also pressed against my chest. Why did he say that?
What?
This thought makes the ganglion organs in my brain explosively produce various kinds of hormone. This is so awkward. Otherwise, what will you do? Huh? I was totally teased by both crowds behind me and the girl who was leaning on my chest. I was kidding just now. Oh, it was a fucking joke. Too bad I'm not good at jokes. Oh. I gave a hollow laugh in order to conceal my shyness. But I do feel secure, both physically and mentally. Is it? The rumbling sound of the train is coming into my ears. The girl in front of me grabbed my clothes tightly. At this moment, I feel that only we two are left here. I never thought and never felt I would be secure under such circumstances. Now, do you believe me? Yeah. The girl was mumbling that she couldn't breathe just now, breathing out waves of wind that stroked my neck softly, which makes me feel comfortable. I can't see her expression, but her beautiful long hair comes into my sight. A fragrance from her hair teased my nose intensely. Not like the flavor of orange, but a cool scent like mint with the flavor of lemon. My heart felt a sense of security, which squeezed the tiredness out of my body. You got a strong heartbeat. Do I? You can hear that? I enjoy its bumping sound. Really? She appeared to be talking to herself, as if she wasn't sure she'd heard my reply. How could you hear that? Even if we're this close together, there's no way you can hear the bumping sounds. But I heard it. Despite my doubt, she replied me in a assuring tone. Ash, you've been working hard in an unseen place, right? Although she was talking to herself, I heard clearly that she mentioned my name. Daisy's worried about you, and so am I. I should have known. She told me that you have been practicing drawing at home, all alone at the time. She said that she didn't know much about drawing, but she believes that Ash must have been working hard. Since the day that Daisy came to my house, I should have known all these things. She said she understands you. She knows why you work. She knows why you work so hard, why you become depressed. She can understand all the things. But why do I know nothing about this? So she asked me to help. She tried to pull you out and make you realize. That he's come a long way to get here. Violet, I can't let him back into that state he used to be. I just realized that I know nothing about her or her. That's what she said, so I thought a lot. Ash and Daisy have helped me for many things. Like meal cards, making friends with me, helping me out with the sports meeting. I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. Those things. So I want to repay you. But I don't have confidence to assure you what I can do for her or for you, the Violet. Because I'm just a girl who knows nothing except for drawing. So, if Ash is depressed for the troubles you met in drawing, I think I can help both of you. And this, perhaps. The doors were open before I was aware. After hustling, the space behind me came wider. My sweating back was cooled down from the wind AC. But she was not going to loosen her hand off my sleeve. I didn't decline her, so I kept the posture where she was leaned on my chest. That's why I sent you the message in this morning. Hardly I had sent a message when I felt regret, but before I had sent you the invitation hastily, I didn't talk with her or you. It doesn't matter. I happen to be free. But I'm thinking I didn't know much about you as Daisy did. But I can understand your thoughts more or less like she does. My thoughts. Because my thoughts may be similar to yours. I keep asking myself whether it's good to live alone. I keep asking myself whether it's better to stay away from others. Only by doing so, everyone can be happy. Only by doing so, it won't hurt others. Thus, I wish I could work hard on my own. I wish my dad would be reassured. All of a sudden, she was saying something I can't understand. But recently, I don't know why. I am eager too. Eager to stay with all of you. I want to have lunch and go home with you all. I haven't had these experiences for such a long time. But she didn't seem to be lying. So I can't believe that I can still hear others' heartbeats like now. I can't believe that. But I still think I'm happy when I stay with friends. Ash, you must think so, right? I've known Violet for less than a month. I still remember the name in the list of transfer students and the girl who covered her head with books. She was a girl who didn't fit in. Out of my expectation, the girl with the icy in the past gave me the stubborn and lengthy encouragement in my chest. But for me, I didn't know what to answer. The dodges and lies I used to take didn't work when I faced her and smiled. I'm sorry. Suddenly, I'm talking about myself. No, it's okay. Thank you, Violet. But apparently, about Ash and about Daisy, I know nothing. I don't know. It's really normal. We just knew each other 3 weeks. You even didn't meet others in the first half of the week. It's really normal for you to not know each other in such a short time. Yes. But for the previous mentioned point, I can't agree more. Which one? We are kind of like that. This point. Poof. But there is another possibility. We in previous time probably met once. Oh, really? One moment, guys. Very hot. Out of light rail after going underground, had to eat in the nearby McDonald's due to the hungry stomach. I hated that sentence. Why didn't he just say we grabbed McDonald's because we were hungry? Then after walking a distance, neither short or long, finally at round 2 we reached the destination against the hot sun. As you said, it's very large here. Right. Although we entered a corner in the first floor, but here's the biggest art college entrance examination supply store of Jingshan. There an additional art studio and examine place covers an area of 2,000 square meters. Supplies and reference books are rather abundant, and all will be amended according to the art entrance examination every year. They even designed some places for art enthusiasts, such as tools and reference books of cosmists and cartoon majors. And oil paintings and print enthusiasts can also purchase high-class painting material here. It's a Gallup oil field of art enthusiasts. Though it's just a corner, don't run about, you might get lost. How can that happen? I'm not a child. Besides, we have phones. We can call each other. I don't want to waste a telephone bill for such a thing. Are you fucking serious right now? And what we made more comfortable is that this celebrating holiday is much more quiet compared to other places. Wow, all these plaster models. Wow, Plato, Lacoon, Apollo, the lion's head. Be quiet. Sorry. Today, no, you seem very excited now. Am I? Absolutely. I'll tell Daisy. She must think different about you. Is that not like me? Not really. Just compared to before, it's totally different. In your opinion, what caused this? My opinion? Maybe it's because of these paintings. You're always like these, and so you do when it's scraped plastic figures in drawing room. You even remember that? Of course, why not? I'm not a goldfish. That was the first time Ash shared a room with a girl. He was required to clean the studio due to his imagined cold symptoms. For the first day that Ash stayed with her, her excitement was similar to this moment. Only half part is right. There's another part? Yes. Don't just say yes, tell me directly. Well, a rare naughty sigh flows out of her eyes. No matter what I think, I'm possibly one of the several lucky guys that hadn't seen such a Violet. Dear Mr. Chu recommended this album of painting. Come, see it quickly. Okay. You ever heard of a website called Temu? Yes, I do. I see the ads all the time on YouTube. Is Temu like the new Wish? I remember when Wish happened. Does anybody still use Wish? A regional joint examination. Yes, do you know it? Sorry, a regional joint examination. Yes, do you know it? Well, there's such an examination. Well, are you going to attend? I walked around this huge store for a long time. When the clock pointed at 3 slowly, we found 2 seats in the rest area and decided to sit down and relax our tired legs. I've heard of it from Miss Ding. She said it'd be held soon, and we should prepare a little bit for it. Oh. Why, didn't you pass it? Yes, I certainly passed it. Then, is it difficult? It's... Violet sucked the milk tea gently and twinkled her eyes. No different compared to the art college examinations. Exam subjects are the same, including profile pictures, still life, color sketch, and quick sketch. And the exam is held at the same time with that. The degree of difference is the same to art college entrance examinations too. Well, the art college entrance examinations will be held around next December. All the high school art students are taking their best bet on winning the game by accumulating 3 years of hard work and experience. Scared? Of course not. When's that exam? Well, probably middle October. The specific time will be arranged in district. It's not the same every year. But this exam will not be included in your usual grades. Well, I know. Really? Mr. Chu's never mentioned it. Well, Ding. Miss Ding's mentioned it. Oh. If Ash knew it, then you could take the exam. It would not be included into your grade, so there's no pressure. So this exam's not worth it for other students to pay much attention or prepare for. That's why our art teacher hasn't told us, and therefore paid little attention to my previous queries. But Violet knows it by coincidence, or in another way. She actually knows it in such detail, which helps me out a lot. For this exam, if I rank top 10 in the class, is it possible? What? Why rank in the class? The class is really wired. The speed of chewing sounds slowed down, obviously. Then she seizes a word which is different imagined. No, not really. Well, I'm just a little curious. Why must you rank top in the class? Well, nothing. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. In the opposite, it'll be more troublesome if I tell her. Oh, sorry. I'm questioning about the topic that... I'm questioning about the topic that Ash didn't want to talk about. Well, not really. I insinuated this topic. I just intended to know my real ability from this genius girl in the class. Even her following words have little bit of a hope. A little bit that with that of Mr. Chu, it would be more help for me. Let me think about it. Well, Ash wants to rank top 10 in the class before mid-October? Yeah. Probably not possible. Damn! Then her naughty smile penetrated my arteries easily. The blood named hope splashed out. Because as I said just now, Ash has been in our class for the last 3 weeks. Why are we talking in the third person? Just say you, weirdo. Even drawing pictures is much more interesting. It's the drawing technique that matters the most in the examination. And her expression just became a lot more serious. As if Mr. Chu's proverbs didn't underestimate the art as undertaken of his praised pupil. Regarding drawing, the connoisseur can see the skill in a glance. In our class, Mr. Chu praised several classmates. Their hard work in a year can't be surpassed by you in such a short time. Damn. Well, pack it up.
I'm getting cooked.
Even Violet says so. Even this genius says so. What's wrong? Why'd you ask this question so suddenly? Nothing. I just want to know whether there's a method that can check. Check? Well, to check my ability. I'm fresh in art class and I didn't know whether I can paint as good as other students. Oh, I see. That's why it's the class, right? Won't you want me, this three-legged cat, to compete with the region's art students? Puh, exactly. After all, it is district joint examinations. But it doesn't matter. There's one more month. One more month. Ah, yes. One more month. Yes, you're right. What can I achieve in a month? Well, who knows? Yeah, who knows? I know that just fucked his day up. He basically learned he ain't shit. Is it heavy? It's okay. I'll take it from you. It's okay. It's just sketch paper. It's not that heavy. Okay. It's still very hot in early autumn. It gets dark more and more earlier. After the fire clouds completely down in the horizons, the plump cool of breeze that like a night cat come out of the nest mixed with comfortable hot air that totally opposite to that of the afternoon, like a trickle of water that blows to us. Do you remember what I said along the way? No, I don't. Really? I'm kidding. Don't copy the sketchbooks that's given by Mr. Chu anymore. For the plaster, use the Central Art Academy's Fine Arts and the human head portraits used from the Hubei Institute of Fine Arts. The color used that teacher Zhao Kai and sketch used from the teacher Kazuzu. That's all, right? Yes, totally right. All sorta was masters. You need to learn their technique carefully. Okay. The reason why we come back in such a long time is that Violet insists to select a series of reference books. Since you want to check your ability, you have to do the most efficient training. If you study under Mr. Chu's schedule, you can't even check your level till that time. I was so recommended that I had to buy all the books for the sake of a lie. What up, Navy?
Not the Navy!
If I carry things like this, I can't grasp your sleeves. It's not necessary to do that. There's not as many people this time. Huh, that's right. We just come to buy pigments, but now by my two hands carry plastic bay filled with several heavy albums of painting. I don't have any habit of exercising, so my arm aches much. Today, how do you feel? Tired. To tell the truth, from the farce of morning to the midday disaster of the general light rail experience of the noon, and now the heavy burden of the 2 hands, all make me feel tired. I'm a little tired too. Well, but I'm clearly that from this vague question which answers does she want to hear. And then I'm very happy. Well, me too. It's okay, Ash. You don't need to apologize. No matter me or Daisy, no one forced you to tell us. But if you want to speak about something, please come to me at any time, just like that day in Daisy's house. Well, if you don't trust me, it's okay to go to Daisy. Of course, it's better that we work hard together. Just like that weekend. You asked why? Because we really look like each other. What? So I can figure out what you think. By the way, thank you. Thank you very much. For me, you've done so much. Too much. Thank you. We've accomplished a whole day. Don't mention it. Then I'll go upstairs. Like that night, her lovely skirt, which hadn't fully integrated into the dark of the street, followed the curve of her turn, outlined a watery blue ripple. Unfortunately, just like last night, I tell her nothing. I've been receiving her kindness. However, I have no repose to it. Waiting. Wait a moment. Violet, well... So what the hell of my contouring? Yes? I haven't decided to become more stronger. Well, that you just said in the car, I recently... Oh, that! What's wrong? Recently If in this way, then my former resistance and willingness, the things I've done before, the people I've hurt, all will become meaningless. Nothing. Just because I never contoured to anyone, which makes me used to weak. Ash? Why am I not being used to being treated so gently and not used to relying on others? Why do I always expect in a way while acting another? Nothing. Thank you for helping me sort these things. It's nothing. We're friends. Hey, let's go. Also, it's Thursday. It's Thursday, y'all. Hey, I wonder. What? If you're waiting for today, right? I am? But am I? You must do it on purpose, right? Ah, because you're busy with your exercises those days? Look, it's only art class. I can teach you hand by hand this way. Does it need to do it like this? We just put the drawing on the board together, nothing else. The key point is that we don't draw the work appointed by Mr. Chu. As what I've said, his teaching method can't make you big progress. I haven't said I need big progress. And there's no one like us in the class. Do you want to be gossiped? We ran 2 people with 3 feet last time, so no gossiped, right? No one gossiped, right? Yeah, absolutely. That's to directly ignore the whole effort to our mentors had made, and monitors had made. He would cry if he heard it. Well, don't get distracted. I'm gonna start. Violet's very talkative this episode, which is good, I guess. Okay, please. Well, I'll start. The short Mid-Autumn Festival holiday can actually be counted as a weekend. After that, 3 days had passed. In the eyes of the others, this week was just a late obstacle in the way of a wonderful national holiday, and the teachers understand that they can't stop the expanded lazy feeling which sprays like a silk split. I cannot read. Like a silk split. Then they just let it go. The shadow here is not correct. It may be because the unsatisfied sunlight. But you can speculate this part. Oh. But the atmosphere here has no relation with the lazy feeling. It's better to say that there is a flurry of enthusiasm from Violet's side. Well, when you paint this side, I will make an example for you. Oh. It's obvious that after we came back from the bookstore, nothing's happened. Maybe in the bottom of my heart, I hope something's happened, but I don't give them a chance. Same as before, I get up early in the classes, take a snap in the noon, stay in the studio, and then go home for supper and practice late night. For me, I just spent 3 days like this. But how about the seat work, which we should hand no later than 2 p.m.? Well, don't worry about it. For Violet, it's just a repetition of what she should used 3 days ago. A little bit earlier than me in the morning, laughed and talked with Daisy in the noon, read books quietly during class break, or speak with Lucian. The only difference is that we'll come to see me who skipped to the studio after school. Look what I've done for you. What? What'd you do to do it? I just drew starting from around 9. Just in 1 hour? Draw the draft from the general light and darkness. Seat work requires aren't high. And I even imitated your drawing style. Also, I imitated. I cannot read. I even imitated your drawing style. Also, well, I'm not mean. It doesn't mean you draw bad. You spoke out. Well, let's start to revise the drawing. Okay, Teacher Wynn. Don't fucking call me that. I'm forced to be taken care of by the top student of the class. From the first sight, she saw my homework. She kept criticizing my drawings that get worse and worse. Until now, she puts our drawing plates together and even taught me hand by hand. And plus, last time that she sorted a series of reference books for me. What the hell is this girl thinking? Although I'm not feeling bad, and this kind of tutor is really needed by now. Just only that it's hard to speak out. Because I just have this way to choose. The only way to overcome them from the beginning to end. That's the only choice. As a child, that is the absolute command. I had to accomplish the request or there'd be all kinds of punishments. Since I grew up, they're used to making these kinds of commands and enjoy the happiness of the absolute, right? And I, on the cliff that composed of these orders, climbed up step by step. So those papers that made others headache are just a piece of stepping stone that can be pushing down upon my feet, will have no use after I kick them down. And I, whether want or don't want, only have one option to climb up. Because if I couldn't reach a requirement, I would be the same as those stones that fall from the bottomless pit. Do you understand? Yeah. Well, and this is the part about the mold of shade. So Lucian is absolutely correct. So he will be this time. I'm sure he will. The way the command actually just one thing accomplished it. And what can I do? Is just practice and practice as much as possible. These lines will be more harmonious if arranged like this, but just limited to harmonious. The key point is to understand the structure. It's important. If you're not sure about it, walk around the plaster so you can understand it. Only in this way, I can make them up and protect us all. Violet Ash, it's time for lunch. Huh? What are you doing? Daisy? Oh, Daisy, hi. I'm teaching him the drawing. It's a rare chance. Can you sit like this in your class? It's no problem for you two to sit near in such a position. Oh, we tried this morning and the teacher said nothing. But you... Well... Okay, nothing. Oh my god, it's too late. I'll blame you if the dishes become cold. Why? Blame you, fool. Hurry and get me a hot meal. Hey, I'm going to hand in my homework to Mr. Chu. Will you wait in the classroom? Hey! Well, it'd be better if she can treat me more tender. How slow? There's too many people waiting in line. Yes, really slow. You can't blame me like that, you idiot. I'm an idiot carrying my own food? Okay. You're such a poser that you're late for class. You deserve to heat in the dish. What? He brought his food and I was late indeed. You can't fight back in a normal way. It seems, Ash, you're out of talent. Oh, sorry. I'm always eating Uncle Mo's food. Oh, well, I didn't mean that. Sorry, I didn't pay attention to the time. I will heat the dishes tomorrow. I'll hang you in the fun of your words. Still unrestricted, Green. Sorry. I see. There is another unnormal way to fight back. Lunchtime, y'all. It is said that Ash, the Zhojiang Recreational Park, is open again recently. Well, which one? I know that one. The roller coaster injured someone The roller coaster injured someone last time, and it was repaired for more than a year. Yes, that's it. It's near your house. Though I'm familiar with the park, but I have no impressions on that accident. Maybe it was about a year ago. At the time, I was forced by them to study by the desk. Is the park interesting? Yeah, the roller coaster was really interesting, right, Ash? Why you ask me? Just you and I played on it before. Answer me quickly. Was it fun? No, can't be worse. Really? Every time you sneak me out to play, there would be no good results for me. The worst, by the way, I was canned till half night, and the next day the neighbors thought my family was killing pigs. Forget about it. We're talking about the roller coaster. Oh, and I threw up the whole night. So my answer for the roller coaster is nope, can't be worse. It was really fun, in fact. Maybe just Ash didn't like it. Yes, please, don't ask me to play on it anymore. How about the pirate ship? Does free falling body okay? Those two were even worse. Okay, I was planning to. Plan to what? Nothing. Green, what'd you want to say? He wants to say Daisy would like to go on a date with me in the park. Look, I just helped translate it. Simply, his reflection's too strong. What? Did Green say that? Absolutely did not. You want me to kick your ass? Well, I'm a deaf ear. Who heard you? Who heard me say that? Well, it's okay to go to the park. I haven't been there in such a long time. Violet, haven't you been to the gardens nearby? There's a really big fountain. Well, I haven't been there before. It's better to say I seldom go to the park. Oh, if we go there, Violet will go with us. Well, okay. Look, just fussing. You such... I see. This fight back is also outstanding. But is Ash's father and mother really that serious? Ah, that. By the lazy sunshine of the festival, after we ate up all the food on the table, we simply swept the battlefield. How to say, objectively speaking, yeah. Objectively? I don't think that's scary. There won't be such parents to treat their son like that. Did you forget when we were senior ones? When? The three of us just met. We went home together for the first time. When the dish towel cleaned the oil on the desk, I have a usual casual sigh. You said that? You said you wanted to have a look at our housing estate. You went to the convenience store and saw a comic book which made you delay for a moment. What happened at that time? That time? His father was blocking the entrance of the community. At the sight of seeing him, his father rushed towards him and lifted him away by pulling his ear. And absurd us, by the way. Although the temperature or the atmosphere is a little bit hot, a chill feeling came up to my feet. Lift him away? I was scared to death at the time. And you didn't show up to class the next day, right? Yeah, my eardrum was almost broken. I couldn't hear anything for half a day. Speaking about it, I'll bring a little bottle of detergent tomorrow in case I've made the table oily. I better not have back up. How scary. It is scary, so there's no need to mention it. That's what my family was like before. Is the table clean? Although my father's strict to me, but not to mention to hurt me, he hadn't even scalded me. For the normal family would treat their children like that. That's the so-called normal. Damn, they really unleashing their whole drama to each other today. Yeah, it got Aqua Taco. I'm so boring. Go downstairs to buy us some black iced tea if you're bored. It's better when we take a walk for a lunch break. I don't want to take a walk. I'm tired. Yeah, I want to go to sleep as well. Just go to sleep if you want. I can't sleep since Ash is here. Violet, let's go. Oh, are we going back to class? Don't listen to this fool. Okay then, I can stay longer. I'm too bored. I like this moment for some reason. I don't know, just them chilling at lunch feels very refreshing. They've had lunches together before, but this one feels like they're really talking. That is, there's a class on both Saturday and Sunday. Yeah, the national holiday needs to take work days off. As a result, we only have 3 national holidays. I'm too tired. Everyone has to work hard this week. How hard are we? Couldn't be compared to this guy. He sleeps well. Yeah. Or how about we take a rest too? Okay, hey idiot, go back to your class. Ah, it hurts! What are you doing? What if you wake him? Shit, did you want to have a rest? How can you rest if it's occupied at the desk? I'll go with Violet to class 9 for a rest. You two help yourselves. Hey. You should say it easier. I'll help myself. Let's go, Violet. Be quiet. Okay, Green. See you later. Well, what a different treatment. What a lucky guy. I admire ya. Of course, except you're home. Yeah, that was a nice bit of development for everybody. That was some well-needed interaction. Don Mahone, will your girlfriend come today? Yeah. Then let's go to the internet bar or play billiards. Billiards? Oh. They finally went away. After handing in homework, waiting for Mr. Chu's blamed several students that sit in the back of the studio. Basically, after the unmoving of the punks, including us, there are only 5 or 6 left in the studio. Those look very fierce. Yeah, it's really nice to have no relationship with them anymore. Ever since the last sports meeting, those people never troubled us again. But still, when my eyes met troublemakers, occasionally his eyes showed strong hostility. But now, neither Violet nor I had no reason for being bullied. Knowing this it relieved me much. Are you gonna stay for practice? Yeah. Your picture's fully complete. No need to go further. Well then, I'll change another. Okay. If my father doesn't call me home after school every day, I can accompany you to practice. Thank you, but I can't waste your time, Teach Wen. Hey, don't call me like that. It's really I fucking told you not to call me that earlier. No, I see. Just kidding. Then I'll go first. The body is the capital of revolution, remember? Yeah, okay. Hey, see you tomorrow. Let me start. It's nighttime. It's night. Mourned again for the broken pencil stub. I take it out of the knife from the box. The pencil used by Violet smoothly while my hand just like a stick that drilled for the fire, lest couldn't light the whole painting board. During I was forced for the training after this afternoon, Violet had pointed out acutely that one of my large scoreless points was basic skill, let alone grasp the shape, light, and shade which need to think about. I can't even master the lines which the muscles can remember. After Violet went away, I stayed alone in the empty studio repeating the practice for basic skills. It isn't until I resharpened the pencil and put the knife back into the box I had to raise my head. I realized it was getting dark. This afternoon seemed to have slept in class 7 because the 3 guys kept discussing the topic that I'm not interested in. Then I couldn't help to lying on the desk staring at the sky outside. When I came back to myself, there was only Green left with his stupid but seldom quite sleepy face. Green is good. I never thought to trouble him with something, nor have I expected for him something. I only think that it's very good to be his friend like this. Having stayed with him for a year, though not everything is expected because of him, my boring school life had much fun. I just wonder, Green's such an outgoing guy, why could he make friends with me? Otherwise, ever since the sharpened pen points to the paper, I realized that my random thinking time ended. It's not the time to think about those when my thoughts drifted on my mind. I'm always warning myself repeatedly like this, but such warnings don't work every time. Sometimes I need to swing my head to match the strength or clap my face with my hands, which seem different by others. Oh. Ah, you're still awake. Compared to the cold water that flowed in my neck. By my chain of reactions, the broken sketch paper and the broken pencil in my hand made me annoyed. Is it worth making you such up and down? You can tell me your class is over by a simple way. But you're still afraid of this is more than 3 months. During that 3 months, there was no more girl treating me like that, splashing the water onto my neck after washing her hands. Ah, the sketch paper's broken. Well, I appreciate you so much. Well, I appreciate you so much. I'm sorry, but we haven't played like this in a long time. Your reason's so sufficient. Did Violet go back? Of course. Her father has restrictions for the time, which I've mentioned. Oh, right. But Uncle and Aunt have no requirements in such details. They're busy with quarreling to divorce. I have no time to call me every night to check whether I'm back home. Please don't say that. It's true. If not because of me, they'll have already divorced. You should have heard about that. I said it every day. Ash is really busting up his English right now. The translations for this scene must have been wonky. Well, don't talk about it anymore. Are you gonna stay for practice? Looking at the sketch paper, I can't help but sighing. It seems that no matter what I do, those waved thoughts are not ready to go back. It's been destroyed by you like this. I'll practice after I go home. Woo! What's up? Well, where's Green? Well, there's something in the Students' Union. Maybe it's for the national holiday. Oh, that means he isn't here. And then the physics teacher and the chemistry teacher and the head teacher of the neighborhood class are all here, saying that the internet bar is very harmful, how many students were caught when they were playing computers in the noon. When we walked out the gate, the sky turned dark. The street lights are suddenly up when we were walking the streets. They reminded people that it's 7 p.m. I replied them with, well, autumn's coming. It makes me as if I did. It makes it look like I'm the one in the wrong. The lead birds will be shot. Look at me for a second, like nothing happened at all. All should be counted as poor activity held by Green. Was it really like he said? It would be positive energy for the school? Who knows? The activity that Green carefully planned for you, it was really counterproductive. Certainly more or less the same to me. Well, forget about it. How about that phone you brought last time? It's okay. Be careful when you use it in school, and don't let the teachers take it away. Our head teacher had just taken one the other day. He had asked the parents to take it back. Our head teacher is friendly, so it's not that serious. Just be careful. Especially to you. It'd be more troublesome if your parents are asked to the school. Yeah, that's right. In the case of any, that would make them come back from Gown Zone before it's solved. I would be shelved to see the hell first. Hey! What? We haven't walked together in this street for such a long time. Really? Yeah, I feel it's really been a long time. Ever since primary school, we walked home together like this. It started from the second semester of primary 1. Before that, your mother took you to school. In fact, since I knew the way, she never sent me anymore. Well, you didn't tell me. 'Cause the boys were very annoying. Boys only played with boys, and that was the rules. What a mess. But I care about what others think of me. Last time we walked home together was last semester. Yeah, roughly. It seems ever since we entered high school and several days after we met Green, we walked together. All three of us. Green was too strange. It was closer if he walked to the commercial road, but he would walk with you every time. To some degree, he really stick to you. You boys are... Don't be silly. Maybe only I know why he did so. But ever since senior 2, ever since he was appointed the vice student leader, he became busy. Your class finished early sometimes. I go back home by myself and I feel lonely. Because he likes this girl. Regardless of the detour to accompany her on the way home, and even plan the outrageous activities to make her happy. I didn't blame you for shifting the class. I didn't misunderstand it, you idiot. Well, I didn't think about that. Okay. If I did the same as he said, like this girl, whether it's natural to wait for her after school and pretend to ask her to go home together by coincidence. Well, speaking of Green, this afternoon he was considering seriously on how to help me. Whether it was naturally, no matter what I will pay for to make her more happier. Whether it was thought that it definitely like her. But I denied all. Such as buying you a bottle of black iced tea during every class break. Nothing was helpful. It was. If like this, during these 10 years, what did I think about this girl? That, unconsciously the road that we haven't walked together for such a long time is forgotten by us when we reach the housing estate. What were you doing just now? Swinging your head continuously, even clapping your face with your hands. That seemed too stupid. I felt sleepy. So don't make yourself too tired. So do it at noon. I first saw you sleep like that. No need for such a fuss. I was like that when I prepared for the final exams in previous times. That's because you always do this, which made me worry about you. Pardon? Nothing. Well, I'm going now. Okay. Oh well, my family usually has a habit of boiling a cup of rice more. It's too late if you don't want to cook. How about coming to eat with us? No thank you. Are you welcome? You're welcome. Well, there's many vegetables in the refrigerator. The weather's too hot. If I don't cook them, they'll go bad. Okay. Right. Then I'm going home. See you tomorrow. See ya. But it's a really long time. Not like this. Tomorrow, if I disturb him again, will he be there? That bastard's a good guy if he doesn't tell lies. The next day. Oh, Ash. You should be good. The next day. Suddenly. Just then. It's Friday, y'all. It's a Friday. Oh, looking ass. His score gets worse and worse, right? Oh, shit. His score gets worse and worse, right? Yes, ever since the last sports meeting, his score kept dropping down this week and last week. So did the homework. Then what's the reason? The reason is he's made more and more mistakes. The lines are rigid and many structures are going wrong and the colors are very dark and there's no fluctuation in light and dark relation. He fucking sucks, guys. He sucks. He's straight ass. He's been straight ass literally since last season. Stop, I don't understand any of that. I'm just saying, why does drawings become worse? Fuck, I don't know, damn. Oh, she actually said, well, I don't know. Oh. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, he getting cooked.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting cooked.
He's really a troublesome guy. Yeah, he is. Just like a kid, no matter how you take care of him, he doesn't feel grateful. Really, really. Same as before. Please don't talk like me. You bitch. Well, it's okay. I see. Maybe you're really talented. You draw the lines very skilled in such a short time. Well, it's not easy, of course. Mr. Chu will not spend time teaching us this. You made a lot of progress this week. Wait, I literally just said you sucked like earlier today. But my score's getting lower and lower. Yeah, I'm contradicting myself on this one. Look, you don't sleep in class and your mood is much more happier than last week. So it's just spiritual. Spiritual's more important, right? You haven't forgotten what you said yesterday, that the body is the capital of revolution. Oh, have I? Yes. Then I'll go first. We haven't got a weekend to rest this week. It's really tiring. See you tomorrow. Okay, see ya. Well, what? And the halfway long hair stopped suddenly and turned and looked at me. I'll help you to the last, so don't feel too much pressure. Uh-oh. Well, see you tomorrow. Last. Then you have to be busy for a long period, because even I don't know such last when it'll be. Oh, Violet. Your lessons are finished? Yeah, I'm just tidying up. Daisy has self-studied. Like, you also have self-studied and you also have night classes. God damn it. You also have night classes? Yeah, of course. It'll be better if there's no night classes. What's wrong with you? Your face just blushed. Oh, it's nothing. A little stuffy today. Ha, yeah. It's so stuffy and hot. It's not like in autumn. Yes. It's really stuffy and hot today. Yeah. Stuffy and hot. This is not a conversation. Well, I'll go on first. See you tomorrow, Daisy. I'll go taco. Bye. We'll help him to the last. Damn, it got late quick. We just got into Friday. It's already afternoon. When did you find out? When the water in your hand had dropped on my neck. I was so careless. She pulled out her tiny wet hand from mine and rubbed her hand onto my clothes as usual. What an annoying habit. I'm really sorry. When will you leave? As soon as I finish this painting. Oh. What? I'm gonna wait for you. For what? Nothing. Just wait, can't I? Okay, whatever. But don't hesitate. Don't haste on purpose. I'm waiting, so you must be fully engaged. But don't feel pressured. Take it easy. Take it easy. Don't be so bossy. You want to try? What did Aunt Chin say? She scolded me. Because she was in school and turned off her phone, she had missed several calls from her mother, who was waited for her for half an hour and was going to tell her that a lavish meal was prepared. When she found out there were 5 missed calls and messages from angry mother, she came for my advice, and I had no better serious solutions, so I just called her mother back. She said that it was understandable for me to return home not so early, but what I've done just goes too far. And what did Mr. Mo say? He thought something terrible had happened to me on the way home, and my mother told me that he had been waiting for me, smoking outside the door. The problem is, you've learned the lesson. Just go home and explain this to Mr. Mo. The problem is, there is no problem. They're not that kind of parents. The problem is my mother said that she was going to dump the dishes, so I'll have no food to fill my belly. I'm so hungry. Oh, shit. What should I do? It's all your fault. What? Wait, hold up.
What?
Why'd you blame it on me? Oh, I got it. No wonder she didn't answer my phone. I have some reference books by my side, so it took me a while to tutor her. However, Daisy was impatient in the middle of the way and wanted to go home. I was me who insisted that she must figure out the problems, so the time went by without anyone noticing. I don't use cell phones as frequently as the others, so I didn't come to mind that her cell phone had been powered off. I'm sorry, and I apologize for my negligence. Never mind, after all, it was for study. Next time, remember to text me first. It's no big deal. Mr. Mo laughed out with relief, and the air was filled with the light odor of the cigarette. Her mother was worried. It's dangerous for her to come home alone, especially when you're not able to escort her. It's because... Don't worry, I'm not gonna blame you. It just popped into mine. It's just so unexpected for us that she'd ask you for help on her homework. Her mother and I were truly surprised at that. I thought it was rare as well, so without us noticing, the time just flew, and that was it. As a result, she came home later than usual. Dad, Ash! To some extent, they're all not lies. Yeah, we were indeed studying in school. It's just more complicated with the random arrangement of subjects, predicted and objects, and a small mistake. Well, studying is a good thing. Let's forget all the unpleasantness and enjoy our dinner. But you said you had dumped the dishes. How come your mother's fooled you? Easy. Don't count your chickens before they hatch. When your mother finishes her square dancing, she'll be likely to speak with you. Well, the key problem solved. Congratulations. It's nighttime now. Hey, you're so good at making lines that never blush. There's the saying goes like that, this world is always in need of white lies. Oh, good at lying, sorry. Although it's true, and you helped me. I don't feel good about what you've done. If you regret it, you can go speak with Mr. Mo and tell him the truth. No, I don't. As a result, after Daisy finished her dinner, she came back to my house again. I just want to know why you didn't stay to eat dinner with us. It's too late and our families have known each other well. It's just that I have no reason to stay for dinner. You're not going to bring any trouble to us, and it's good for you to have a good dinner occasionally. I can cook myself, and my cooking skills aren't bad. Besides, your family's already given me such good lunches every day. They're different from dinner. It's more formal and better. She sat on my bed, crossing her legs as usual, making relentless remarks. Of course, I don't mind if her socks are dirty or whether I tidied up my bed afterwards, or if she falls asleep. What should I do to deal with that? So, you paint like this every day? As soon as you come back from home? Yeah. Because I must keep painting. Whew, You sleepy? No. Oh. She was finally tired. Boring at first, ran to my bookcase, took out a few comic books and looked over and over. Guess she had no interest in those books, so she put them back and was watching me paint for a long time. Such a dull room. What'd you expect? No decorations, items like in a girl's room. It's understandable, but there's also no posters which boys like. It's not within my... Wait, there's a fucking bike poster right there! It's not within my expectation. Your room's just like a cheap and shabby house where old, crappy elders live. You haven't visited a boy's room except mine. I have watched it from TV shows. Something teenage boys like. A star basketball players, famous singers, someone like Jay Chow, posters of some kind of stars. In a few minutes, she threw off her slippers and lay down on the back of my bed with her feet. Her arms spread out and started the ceiling glooming. Well, will you buy me some posters? I'd love to. So posters of who? Jay Chow or JJ Lin? Let's say posters of Mr. Mo thus encourage me to work hard. My dad has nothing to do with studying. I like Daisy and Ash's banters. They're fun. I didn't pick her though. Mostly because the poll picked her, but you'll be able to see Daisy's route on YouTube in between the next season. So that'll be months from now though. What did you eat for dinner? Nothing big. I just grabbed something edible. Did you eat like leftovers? Like last time? Yeah, something like that. Really, you know what? If you don't quit this unhealthy habit, your stomach's gonna suffer. Taking a shit'll work. Ew! Your posture. I can see your tits. Oh, you're right. Don't you feel embarrassed? I'm not naked, you pervert. No one has an interest in your flat chest. You're so mean. I know her breasts are bigger than mine.
What?
Give me one name whose breast is smaller than you. Why are you being an asshole? I know one person she is. You see? Green's are much smaller. Oh, isn't she? Whatever. I wish I was strong. I wish I was strong enough. In that case, I'd beat you to death. So go to sleep and gather your strength. Green's not a girl. Watch your skirt. I can see your underwear. So stop looking and just keep painting. This upside down posture is likely to lead to cerebral hemorrhage. My mother told me that reverse blood flow is good for your health. Your mother also said that square dancing is good for your health. You want to try square dancing? Mind you joining me? I know social dance. I remember we danced together in the school anniversary. It works to reverse blood flow has effect on your memory. Nonsense, I'm sure it has happened. Okay, assume you're right. You're so boring. And you're not boring. Lying on this guy's bed. I ain't talking with you. Oh, whatever. You really need to sleep. Say something. Why must I talk? If you don't talk, I'll fall asleep. Don't worry. I'll wake you up before midnight. But speaking of your homework, you still haven't started yours. I don't want to push you. Can I stay over? I've told you I'll wake you up at 12. You. You. Every time they ask you to do something, you will put every ounce of strength into the effort. What are you talking about? It's not the business you need to concern yourself with. When Daisy awoke, 5 minutes had drifted by. I thought after they left, we'd be much closer. But you've changed. You're not the guy I knew before. It is hard to see through her. Is she really sleeping or just pretending to sleep? It's true that we're really different, she and I. Then this girl seemed to be determined to bother me, looking into my eyes. How does that happen? Go on, I'll walk you home. For who? Although her tone sounds lazy, ambiguous, and obscure as before, my hand trembling unconsciously, leaving a district trail on my painting. You're so daring. What do you mean? I mean, you're so daring. How come? You took 2 adorable girls to the home of your neighbor who was broken off relations with you a long time ago and forced them to do this and that for you. What you said has implications of sex. How come? I don't mind. I found out that you never told me anything about the girls you've had a crush on since childhood. Huh? So, do you like someone? Don't do this right now.
What the hell?
Yes or no? Why do you care? Overwhelmingly and arbitrarily, she pressed me with her unstoppable question. So, you mean yes, there's a girl? I would rather believe it is my illusion. That girl had been lying on the bed too long, which explains why she was behaving so crazy. Of course there's not. There's no girl I'm crazy about. Oh, you didn't lie to me this time, did you? This time? That time? What are you talking about? So you mean you still haven't met a girl you love since your childhood? So, what? So you mean to tell me you still haven't met the girl you love since high school? What? Since childhood? That was a weird sentence. I sighed, scratched my head, and put my hand over the trail, which was a mistake. I made a few minutes on my painting. Why do you care? Nothing. I'm just curious. What's more concerning my friend's relationship? It's important, isn't it? I'm really much older than you. Compared with her incredible calmness, I am terribly disturbed that there is a mess in my head. Don't shake your head. What an annoying habit. I can't help it. So why? It's the headache. Is it? Do you need me to rub your head to ease your pain? No, it's not necessary. What a pity. My mother speaks highly of my massage skills. No. Daisy pulled herself up from the bed slowly and sat quietly on the bedside, staring out the window attentively. Have you stayed up again these days? I didn't think you'd care. For who? Her ambiguous question kept rolling in my mind. I knew you stayed up. I did stay up these few days. You know, I bought a lot of new games last time and went shopping with my dad. Although maybe it's just a sleep talk, my right hand has felt my emotion change and stopped painting. I'm absent-minded. The air is still. I can't properly with the air heavily pressing on my shoulders. If you don't pass the college entrance exams, your father is to blame for it. It's not gonna happen. I can easily pass the examinations 100% since you could. What's that logic? I shouldn't have worried about such things. My goal had been set then. What's more, with her help, it'll be much easier for you. Unlike me who can mess up anything. What did you mean? I'd like to have a sip of your black iced tea. Is it in the fridge? Yeah. What she just said shouldn't have been my concern. Easy, girl. Watch out. I know. What? The painting! Sorry. I'm really sorry. I hesitated. Why? There is an answer in my mind. My heart flipped. Back then, I did have a clear goal, didn't I? Back then, I was confronted with an undefeatable enemy, wasn't I? Back then, I could spare no time and concern other businesses, could I? So, do you like someone? I've always been undecided. Why? It happened again. Then I'm scared at my hesitation. It hurts. It seems shaking my head and patting my cheeks has gradually lost its curing power. Black tea. Nice tea. The leftover, where'd you put it? The fridge is almost empty. Only some tea. Saturday. Scatterday. It's Saturday morning, y'all. Just this once. No more. Oh. You said you were gonna fetch the water. However, it turned out you snuck back home. What a trick. Hush up. More people will get to know it. I know you care about me. You know, it's disgraceful, but you shouldn't have tricked me. Well, you shouldn't have tricked me. I told you it's my mother. She called me to go home. And my mother warned me I have a lesson to learn. Isn't it enough? I'm scalding you like your mother. I object. Daisy? I wasn't listening. What did you say? What happened? I don't know. Daisy's not herself. I see her slowly walking back to the classroom. The moment I stopped back at the painting room, Green patted gently on my shoulder. Doesn't seem good. Yeah, she looks a little pale. No, I mean you. Did you do something that made her cry? Which eye of yours did it catch crying? I think that eye should retire. Don't play a petty trick. I'm just worried about her. I know. So, last night, What happened to you guys? Nothing. She said loads of nonsense when sleeping. What about the 2 nights before last night? What'd you expect? Suspect? Oh, no. I just wanted to find out the clues. Somehow, I'm a little agitated. I don't know. Is it because of Daisy's attitude or this anxious boy's attitude? Nothing happened. Maybe I can say something, but I'm a bit clueless. Are you? Besides, not the first time she looked unwell for staying up. You shouldn't be shocked. I just think... And I've been busy painting, you know that. You spend more time with her than me. As her desk mate, only you can always sit beside her and accompany her. Only you're able to sit side by side and tell me something I have no concern of at all. I just... So tell me. You just what? Nothing. I'm going back to the classroom. See you at noon. See ya. I pulled my hands out of my pockets. I didn't realize that my hands had been frozen stiff by cold sweat, not until the coldness provoked my nerves creeping from my hand to my brain. Why do I treat him so unfriend-like? We're close friends, aren't we? He's getting jealous. I'm full. You've only eaten no more than half a bowl of rice. You feeling well? I'm okay. Violet, Ash, help yourself. You're so quiet at the dinner table. Although the small talks are proceeding, I couldn't hear the voice from Daisy's bottom of her heart. Especially Ash. Help yourself. Make yourself at home. I know my dad made the pork chops. After you left last night, he went to the shop to buy pork. I extended my gratitude to Uncle Mo. She looked uncheerful, just like the look I see on the hallway outside of the classroom in the 7th class during the break time each morning. Combined with her unmatched concern, all this make me more relentless. Anyway, you didn't eat much the last 2 nights. Did I? Never mind. You two behaved oddly today, though this guy's always been odd. What happened on Earth? Anyone bother to tell me? What on earth happened? Anybody bother to tell me? Especially this guy here. Nothing special happened. Maybe it's the tiredness. I picked a piece of pork chop and put it into his mouth. Yeah, I'm exhausted. We've been busy with school work these days. We're all worn out. In the school union affairs meeting, we hardly have time to rest. You're right. Even I feel an ache in my back and waist. Finally, we can have a good rest in the holiday. We deserve to enjoy ourselves. The park I mentioned last time. Anyone want to go? Oh, the park. I'm in. It sounds interesting. Me too. Well, I'll think about it. The spicy grease leaked out from the dish which was cooked last night and appeared seemingly hot and fresh. Ash, have you been suffering from the headache either recently? No. But the dish tasted flavorless, just like our conversation, insipid and boring. What a horrible habit, eating while rubbing your head. Prolonged illness makes the patient be a doctor, so let's have a check. No. How about a gentle massage? I've learned a few new massaging skills from Daisy. Yeah. The food would not go down to my stomach if I didn't support my head. Give me a massage. You don't have a headache? Yes, I can feel a sudden headache all over my head. It's killing me. So you mean you should be the one deserving the day off? Okay, Ash. Where'd you feel unwell? Let's go through the meticulous check. Let's do it right now. Move your head. Shoo, I surrender. We're in the classroom. Hey, Daisy? I'm gonna get out to refresh myself. You see, I'm not the only one who can't get the food down to the belly without the support of the head. Hey, Ash. Mr. Chu wants you in his office at the afternoon. After the noon break. It's important. Naruto the Boruto Shinobi Strikers game really is just Dragon Ball Z Battle of Z's, but done right. Okay. Got it. Well, this ain't good. Hey, Ash. Break time after the second class in the afternoon. It's the only time for rest for the art students during the whole afternoon practice. Where have you been? I haven't seen you in the painting room. Something trapped me. You come here from that direction? The teacher's office? It's obvious. You don't have to mention. So, are you okay? You look unwell. Worse than in the morning. So, when something really is obvious, you really needn't say it out. Well. Somehow the atmosphere today makes me feel a little uneasy. I can feel it too. A few days ago, I heard from Daisy that you've been trying hard to practice painting. It is true. So, Green, forget about Daisy. How about you? Are you alright? We're close mates, aren't we? I'll give you a hand if you're troubled. What are you laughing at? I work in the school union and help managing it. If your trouble involves school affairs, at least I can help, Green. What? If I were gone one day, can you promise me you'll make her happy? What's wrong with you? Gosh, not a chance? When I handed in my homework in the office, I overheard that Mr. Chu was persuading Ash to drop out of the school. Damn, we going through it right now, bruh! We hit our depression arc. We hit the depression saga and it's fucking with me. It's fucking with me, y'all. We finally did it. We finally hit this. Is my depression. Just when I thought it said all I could say. We up in depression. Yeah, we going through it right now. We going through it. Yeah, hey, yo. I'm so sad. Damn. But it hasn't even been a month. Why'd he give up on him? Just like what Mr. Chu has said. Ash has made little progress this month period. And as for his talent, I barely see. Mr. Chu is an expert teacher since he drew such a conclusion. Mr. Chu's such an expert teacher. Since he drew such a conclusion, it makes sense to some extent. However, Shh. I know you speak highly of his paintings. I also appreciate his unique ideas sometimes, but it's in school. The college entrance examinations he's going to take is different from that other classes. And those fancy skills will hinder him. This is what the teachers think. Furthermore, in Mr. Chu's eyes, what kind of gift can he be counted as a true gift? You know the answer best, Violet? Well, you know the answer best, Violet? Lucian. But Ash, he... Well, I remember he mentioned once that he took the examination on his own will to get into the class. Yeah. He made such a choice on his own will, while the teachers want him to do ordinary classes. If he behaved normally like he did in the past, it would have been a relief. But these days, he's out of his mind. What Mr. Chu's done may have made him... He won't leave. I know him. He won't leave. Violet, he doesn't want to leave. What if he has to leave? Has to leave? He's never believed in himself, has he? He couldn't even accept your kind help. What a difficult and self-pitied guy. People like him, softer his heart is, more likely his strange thoughts will hurt him somehow. Talking about this trait, you guys are much alike. We are alike. What do you know about me? Don't give me that look. I mean, you can understand him, can't you? Maybe he can also understand your life story. Don't tell him what I've gone through, please. Are you also scared that you have to leave? Lucian? Okay. I knew. Sorry, I shouldn't have mentioned it. It's not my father's fault. It was mine. So, what happened to me has nothing to do with Ash. I'll help him in many ways. You and Ash are alike. Both of you guys have made little progress, haven't you? Stop! I couldn't understand it. If you were gone, make her happy? What do you mean? I mean, literally. So, will you quit the art class and go back to art class? Is that? No. Wait, no. You said it like you'd be gone. I know. Are you gonna start over from the senior grade 1? Only wearing a thin jacket, I can feel the waves of chill with my back against the cold handrail. Change schools? Are you gonna change schools? How could you? Green asked me questions constantly, staring at my eyes. The relentless questions were shot at me. Even though Green lowered his voice, I could still feel his worries. You idiot. You need to figure out which parts are more important. So the important part of the question is if you can make Daisy happy. You're an idiot. Happiness? Where do you get the fucking word? And you'll not be here? How can she be happy? And from just now, the standpoint is wrong. What horrible logic. How do you get into the best science class? Because I couldn't get your point. Look at your kick-ass face. It's like you're going to die and ask me to witness your testament. I literally can't get your point. I thought Green would understand me, respect my choice, and think more for her. Everything is going well, isn't it? They've left you and you take the art class with you as you wish. You've made up with Daisy and got new friends. You see Violet, Lucian, Sunny, we have fun together, don't we? And at the beginning of this month, you guys had so much fun. It's really good. Or did you two just have a row so you didn't want to see each other? If this is true, there's no need to avoiding each other. After all, they're not kids, you're not kids, so be adults. I hope you can be less talkative in that case. She'll like you more. You missed my point. You said you'd leave, not she. But now the key part's changed. I'm speechless. I said you need to figure out which part is more important. So what on earth happened between you two? We keep no secrets from each other, don't we? So tell me. If you refuse to tell me, I won't answer the question you posed, and I'll come to Daisy and get all of what I want to know. You're so vicious. So this guy's much more difficult. Since you don't think I'm your friend, we should split up, right? Hey, then I thought. I'm okay with that if you really think so. I'll pay you my injustice for your heartlessness. Let's go to the canteen to have a serious talk. How could you? You're so wicked. Am I? I had determined to stop practicing painting for a while, and I told Green everything, but this response is like the following. Don't give up so quickly. Although, I don't know what scares you, but if you didn't have a try, if I did try, the more I practice, the more I fail, and the more annoying things are bothering me. Do you really believe what Mr. Chu said? And as far as your parents' requirements, do they think it's reasonable? These people that don't give a shit about you at all? I don't want to hear about them. I know what I can do and what I can't do. Even if I'm lucky enough to pass the time test, the college entrance examination 1 year later will be a big issue. We still have 1 year left, haven't we? There's a case every year on the newspaper that one poor student became the top student in the college entrance examinations through 1 or 2 more years of effort. I'm almost unlikely to be in the top 10 students. Even the expert teacher, Mr. Chu, doesn't believe in me. With Violet's help, I can reach my current level. Without her help, I would have been even worse. You even believe such childish things? You're just like a kid. The point is that you need to believe in yourself. If you don't, you've already failed in the first place. I don't understand, but truly, I don't mean to reason with you. In the end, however, I've tried, and there's no difference. Ash! I fear that. And whatever I pursue myself, I still fear. This time, I don't really want to get her involved. And she's constantly putting pressure on me. However, my voice is gradually getting hoarse. You bastard! So, just like what you said, she could have lived well without me troubling her. So you think if you do so, she won't be hurt? I don't give a shit about what Green says. What do I care about is something I have to give up, but I couldn't. It would be better than being betrayed after you tried everything. Just like what she said 3 months ago. You couldn't get it. What happened between us, between me and them? You just couldn't. I couldn't. It's you. You never told me anything. Every time I think about that, even though I talked about it at ease, there's still something hurting me. That's enough. Such bullshit I don't want to hear anymore. You can just go. Maybe there really is no hope. Maybe it really is impossible, just as you think. But about this bullshit date, don't you feel you're cheating her? That's what I have to give this solution. There's no other chance. After the national holiday, there's really no time left. What if you proposed isn't what I want at all? Those things isn't what you want and what she wants. You propose such a dickhead solution, it's totally nonsense. How could you think it just sounds good for her? It's for her and for me who don't want to give up. Maybe it's for the best. I know it'd be difficult. Whatever the cause is, whatever the motivation is, it would be done after that. What kind of parents can foster such a son of a bitch like you? Finally, Green and I had smiled at each other. Yeah, I'm thinking about it as well. Although it's a bitter smile. Yeah, we going through it right now. I think this might be our ending. Well, no, we still got some time left. Fuck it. We'll go through the next part. It's a bookmark, though. Hey, Ash. I've booked 4 tickets. Thanks. I booked by group of buying, and it couldn't be canceled. So, there's no chance to regret. I know. I just nodded slightly, while Green's staring is like a cold, sharp sword pointing at the central spots between my eyebrows. Ask her out to the park during the holiday, and then I'll tell her I like her. In the end, you just slip away. And you said for the last time, let her know she'll have me to rely on. Why should I do this for you? I'm sorry, Green. There's no point to apologize. Why couldn't you give it a second thought? I've already thought it through. The ticket's the thing. There's no other alternative. Is this what you chose? Is this your freedom? This guy, my once best friend, is now angry with me, with his teeth grinding. It seems that he would swallow me. Yesterday, I very much loved to tell her everything you have told me. Daisy. Maybe you don't know. Yesterday, she was waiting for you for a long time. A sudden pang of pain hit my heart, while in a few seconds the pain totally disappeared. Yesterday, when the school union affairs were done and I went downstairs, I saw her wandering outside the painting room. I still couldn't tell her. You haven't told her that you'd ask her out to the park, have you? I'll make her go with me. After all, it'll be the last time that we have fun. It could be different. Thank you. I don't want your thanks. Green covered his face with his hands and grasped his forehead hard. Yeah, you may have your reasons, and I need an opportunity to tell her my love for her. But I don't think your decision is wise enough. I think you are so vile. So... Then I clenched my fist hard, as if strangling my neck. So I agree with you. You don't deserve Daisy's love, and I'll win her heart. Green's words hit my chest heavily. Okay. Let's go. Let's go to the canteen and have lunch. Okay. Okay, this is a good stopping point, actually. Or not. Ah, thank you. You're a rare guest. Since you've come down, help yourself. Make yourself at home. Daisy, why you pull the poker face? It's so impolite. Do I? Daisy, help yourself. I know. I'll eat as much as possible. Ow. Hey, since you're both here, why wasn't Ash with you? Ash. Oh, I got it. We didn't even say why. The old trick. I know Ash made my girl cry, so he was guilty and didn't want to come here. He was wanting you two to confront him. Dad, who cried? Of course, it's my girl. I don't have 2 daughters. Violet wants to be my goddaughter. I think my wife would be happy with that. Hatsune Miku is in the background. I didn't even notice. I don't think so. Can you please stop? I beg of you. It's okay. It's not my business. Then that night you should have put yourself together by yourself rather than asking for my comfort while crying your eyes out. Dad! Have a taste. My mother's cooked this egg roll. It's nutritious. I'm leaving, not dying. Green and I sat ourselves in the canteen table facing each other, with the underground canteen noisy and stuffy. Never mind. Make yourself full so you can depart at ease. Ugh. I'm not in the mood to overthink if Green is unintentional. I lift my bowl, moving the egg roll into my mouth. We don't eat together very much, do we? It's because you're a busy man. You ate in the canteen a lot before, didn't you? And I remember it was after the sports meeting that you started to eat with them in our classroom, didn't you? Yeah. Daisy asked Mr. Mo to make a meal for me. The memory flushed into my mind when Daisy dragged me into the classroom of 7 class for the first time, and I was utterly confused at the time. After that, every day goes like that, and we've been like this for 10 days. How nice. I have a little chance to enjoy you guys. You've been very busy. I can do nothing about it since I'm stuck in school union affairs, especially since the holidays are coming. We're both busier. So why do you have to join the school union? It's complicated. Is it? Because I hate it when people keep asking me loads of questions, so I stopped my questioning. Most of the reason is for her. And this guy starts talking to himself. Daisy is nice to everyone, although compared with you, I'm less cared. So I keep thinking that I should do something for her. And unlike those cheesy boys, I'll not write a love letter, buy her accessories, or a big doll. So you choose the service industry? Whoop, I did not mean to do that. It's because I'm typing with my fucking left hand. At first I did so in order to draw her attention, at least more vigorous and more capable than you, nerd. So I became a monitor, at first. You know it. Although, as a monitor, sometimes I can help her a lot, and she really appreciates me. Hey, Gold. And I help her lessen the times she was late for school with her homework, promote her as one of the class leaders, and made her engage in activities and preparation work. The former two is not worth mentioning, but the latter two is indeed a great help. Afterwards, I ran for chairman. Candidate through the arduous campaigns is not worth mentioning. Anyway, I succeeded. What a happy and inspiring youth time. And I remember Lucian helped me a lot. We were literally invincible. Surely he could earn something from it. So that is it. In fact, I like working for the schools union. It's not because I could do more for Daisy, it's just kind of interesting. You see, we all had great fun in the sports meeting, didn't we? Hey, don't eat my egg roll! You won't die if I just eat one. What the fuck? Are you not listening at all? Hey, yo, what the fuck? All the paintings were burnt out? Yeah. My girl and Ash have painted stroke by stroke every day since the 8th grade. 3 months ago, those paintings were all burnt out by his parents. Were they? I remember we moved here when Daisy was 6. There were 6 to 7 kids in the neighborhood hanging out every day, except Ash, and who rarely joined them. It was only when Daisy knocked at his window did she know that. Ash couldn't get out of his house, even if his parents weren't at home. Ash's parents always had a row at home and wanted to get a divorce. They would always put the finger on his life without giving a concern about his feelings, and had strict control over his whole life. It seems like a psychological abuse. Psychological abuse? Dad, it is too much. It's not my point, it's your mother's. Your mother learned those psychological things when she prepared for that post-grade qualifying examination. But it seemed not that kind, but he doesn't seem like that kind of person when I first met him. That's because of the dumb girl who's sitting beside you. Somehow, she liked him very much when she was little. Dad! She used to go around the house and knock at his window to make him come out of the house for fun. When she was in primary school, she made full use of crayons, and the two just spent all day painting without doing anything else in the school. And those painting diaries they kept is Daisy's idea. Is it? That's because the high school entrance exam was coming, and his parents were more and more strict with him. He couldn't get out and hang out with us. Last weekend, I hung out with Hero and Noswall, and we watched The Adventures of Superman. However, 3 months ago, the thick piles of painting diaries, which were more than 10, were all found and burnt by his parents. And Daisy was... Dad, you don't need to mention that. Mr. Mo, please tell me more about the things that happened between him and his parents. Since Violet asked that, Daisy, do you think I should tell her? The outing in the park that you didn't tell her. It's not because you got no chance, but you are afraid to tell her. Is that it? You keep saying that there's no other choice, but when the time came, you flinched like a coward. She just didn't show up. No, you didn't even try to have the talk with her. I'm in class 7. I know all. It's been pretty good. To be honest, by the way, Green revealed that I'm ashamed to say it's kind of frustrating. I know why you don't want to tell her, so just do nothing and keep things what they are. Daisy means a lot to you. It's no good that you lie to her. And Green just kept on talking and talking, trying to persuade me. Even if you keep me in the dark about everything, I can still get a few clues. You're a total fuck up at home with your parents treating you like that, but now you're not so fucked up, and it's very normal. It's because of her. She's made your life better, right? Because you see, there's someone in your class who's always being bullied, and he's in low IQ, according to his EQ is also very low. Next, he again makes subjective judgments about me from his limited experience combined with his prejudice. We're different. Anyway, I don't know how to explain it. I just think that if you're always beaten at home, you're very much likely to be a violent person. His words somehow make sense. But you're not. That's because you have her accompanying you. Eat your meal. So you're really gonna give up? Don't just give yourself a second chance and have a go. We could have such fun like we did at the sports meeting. Even if Green's words somehow convince me more or less. Listen to me! Even though it's true that you couldn't get that grade and your teacher doesn't believe you, you can always find a way. While confronting this gambling where I've put in everything, I don't dare make a promise. But you just don't give up so early. You shouldn't have to surrender so quickly. So when I face your support, your misunderstandings and scolding, really, you should trust me this time. Green. The burden I put on myself becomes behavior. What? My daughter was beaten up by his parent. What? Whoa, what? My daughter was beaten up by his parents heavily. My wife wanted to reason with them, but I stopped her. How come? Adults are not like children. They couldn't get away for reasons being immature. The harm they did is a sin which will not be erased, however hard they try to make up. Daisy. And then the things go on you, as you already know. The boy had to leave the next day, so in order to protect Daisy, he broke up with her. It was the first time that Ash had did something against his parents' will. His parents could do nothing about him with Ashley making such a decision. Eventually, for all kinds of reasons, although unwilling, his parents still left him there. However, Daisy still hurt badly, and this experience had made both of them heartbroken. Dad, I know Daisy's only cried herself for 2 months. Dad! Daisy, it has passed, so just forget it. But you still hold a grudge against him. You had never thought it was Ash's fault and never blamed him for that, and you think he's always right. He didn't do anything wrong. Then when could he really figure out what was the right thing to do? Mr. Mo. Anyway, our family is only a neighbor for Ash, but after 10 years for which we've been getting along to me, Ash is almost a half-son. However, regardless for biological sons or godsons, if the problem is him, I suggest he solve it by himself. As for this issue, I'm not helping him. I alone am incapable. While you guys today talk with me, which well explains that you couldn't help him either. I don't have a say in this problem. So it's already 1:30, and are you gonna skip afternoon class or not? If you skip, we can find some fun. Of course not. I'm gonna get changed. But Violet. What? If you really do want to help him, you gotta trust him. Trust? Yeah. Ash is not the kind of person who hurts someone so deliberately. Even if he lies, there's usually a reason, or it's because of a peculiar kindness. Yes, so trust his goodwill. But just like what I've said, whatever the reason is a lie, harm is harm. So at least for my daughter, you must help him. Please. I know maybe you find it hard to try to understand him without a similar experience. Maybe you think it's really, really hateful. So what I want to say is that if you know him for a long time, you might forgive him for what he is now. So I'm not saying you have to understand him. I'm saying you should try to trust him. That'd be enough. Yes, Mr. Mo. I not only trust him, I also could understand him. Is that so? If it's true, your parents aren't simple either. My parents... No. Actually, my parents share some similarities. That's it? And as for Daisy, she'll also need your help. Daisy? After that beating thing, she starts doubting things. But, as I've said, since it's her own problem, she said she'd be the one solving it. So I'm very confused as to why Daisy's parents didn't do anything about Ash's parents hitting her. Well, this would be a big offense. I'm guessing there's two major things that are getting in the way here. I'm guessing it's because it's Chinese culture and whatever happens in their house is their rules. So it's not like US culture where it's immediately a lawsuit. And B, I'm guessing it's probably, maybe there's a mistranslation and maybe his parents probably just like scolded her really badly, but it's worded very weirdly. I don't know. I'm going to come to the conclusion that they probably hit her out of anger, but the parents chose not to do anything because they can't. They were in the confines of Ash's house, and thus they hold no obligations. This is 2005, and it's also China, so I'm guessing the rules are just different. Right. And I couldn't help her in this issue. I don't mean only you, the friends of hers can help her. I mean you should help Daisy figure her way out through 10 years. What she really yearns for. Mr. Mo. We should leave. Let's hurry up. If we don't catch class, we'll be scalded by the teacher's list. Daisy, you're full of energy. What? When I'm spiritless. About 39 hours. You've been spiritless since 39 hours ago. Dad! If you don't hurry up, you'll be scalded by your teachers and be more spiritless. I know! Violet, hurry up. Follow me. Y'all said bye like 5 times at this point. Yeah. The more modern girls are early maturing. Why was I born in this time? What am I talking about? Okay, we'll stop here, actually. Bye. Or at least we'll end off this half. Anyway, thank you a lot. How? Well, how? The things that happened to you, you've never told anyone, have you? No. Thank you for trusting me. I didn't do it for my trust in you. I know, that's it. Class will begin. Besides, if I told you this morning, I never think it's best to plan. But if you insist, as a friend involved in your interests, I have no reason to object. I meant it. Bye. Grain faded away into a faraway place, slowly taking with this bitter look. Trust him? I trust him only to make things simple and make him trust me. Make him believe my weaknesses is incapableness, so he'll be less guilty in the following plan. This also makes it easier for her. However, I don't want to trust him. How could he say he felt my trust? Do I want him to persuade myself? How could... I'm not that delicate. I don't need to let this happen to prove my weakness. The class will begin soon. Violet? Feeling the pat on my shoulder, I turned around and the soft, familiar hair was in my sight. Daisy, see you later. When she didn't look straight into my eyes. See ya. Bye. Violet's eyes followed Daisy, who's both my friend and her friend, into the classroom. Don't be so absent-minded. Let's go back up into the painting room. Okay. My friend's friends and I had eye contact with her to tell her to contact her hard to tell look before that. God damn it. Okay, we'll save here. And we'll go to the main menu. All right. That does it for this part of Season 2. Next time we'll come back will be Part 3 of Season 2. So, with that being said, that'll be next Monday. And with that also being said, we got the schedule for next week. I needed to go ahead and make the schedule, and I'll probably wind up making it tonight. This thing already happened, though, funny enough. So we're just going to continue with Tuesday stuff and onward. So,